going to get right into it right here. So I'm going to show you how to do a new wall. I wouldn't even call it a new wall. But, because I'm sure everything that can be done has already been done on Arc. It's just hard to find sometimes. So there are ways of making some of the walls in vanilla Arc actually get so close to clipping that it's almost imperceivable. This is what you get in vanilla Arc, and that's what a lot of walls look like when people just aren't using dinosaur gates. Alright, so the fence posts, they do a good job at making the top look nice and trim, so everything looks even. However, at the bottom you have these horrendous looking holes that cannot be covered unless you do some janky looking thing with foundations on the backside and expensive that way. But I can show you here today how to make that look like this, and it's actually not that hard, but it did take me about, I don't know, 3 hours to get down straight enough to actually like show you guys. So here we go. We're going to go with kind of the same terrain here, and so you know that when you place a fence, the orientation is outside faces left. Okay, so if you start this way, the outside is facing left. If you go this way, the outside is still facing left. Alright, so we're going to go and place some here. Just cycle through. Make sure it's not doing anything strange here. Oh, I had that. There we go. You'll have to excuse me, I tend to cycle between playing on the keyboard and playing on the controller. La, 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 la. I did not need those extra ones, but yeah, those will work. And we got one missing one. It does not like it. So hopefully we can make this work. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like when people run the janky walls. Alright, but we're going to make it so that everything faces the correct way from the start, and you have access to the fence post foundations that you're going to place in between here. So with the coloring, if it's bright green, that means you're looking at the outside. If it's light, then the outside is facing away from you. So we're going to fill it in from the top down, and so you know you're going to want to run the fence posts downhill, not uphill, or you run into some serious problems. And just leave enough so that you will have enough clearance to see the foundation. And yeah, it's pretty close to the way I want it right there. So next comes the post, and there's a trick to it. I mean, you want to go and get it to snap, but you can sit there and flip through it all day long and it'll really never hit. So if you want it to go across correctly, you actually have to go to the post to the one adjacent to it and start cycling through there. Oh look, there it is. Alright, so once you've done cycling, we want the foundation to point the other way. So we want the outside to face in, and you're going to just give it one flip. Alright, and what I use as a marker here, because most everybody will learn the features or the skin for an object to determine which position and direction they're looking at. So if you're on the outside, okay, we're standing on the outside, and we flip it once so that the outside of the foundation is pointing inside, you should see a dot. If you look to the left of my head, there's a dot right there. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing on the next one. Okay, give it a flip, set it. And it didn't like that one. Let's get rid of this guy. Come on, do it. Good. You're almost there. And we snapped. Okay. So give it a flip and hope that's right. Yep. And then go to the next one. Flip it the other way. Alright, so we are looking at 4 dots on the right, which means the foundations are pointing the other way from the orientation. Alright, time for the walls. So, red means no, and green means go. Alright, so you see that? First one is nice and smooth. Alright, however, we have this rough-looking foundation on the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip it, and then we're going to hit the orientation button once. Well, twice. And it's going to end up on the outside. Alright. So ah, yes. This one's only going to get 1 on the outside, since the clipping from the one above it is so low, you're not even going to notice it, so it's not a 2-layer. And it's being weird. If it acts weird and it doesn't want to post, even when it's green, just kind of back up or move. Usually backing up helps. Next one, and then we're going to go down, flip it, and here's the last one. It's facing the wrong direction. We're going to flip it. Pow! Alright, and this one has a grade that's even steeper than my samples over here, so the holes are going to look a little big, but they're not gonna look like that. Okay? Yay! Gross! Yay! No janky holes! Alright. So, finished product. I mean, this is a pretty steep grade right there. This one's kind of like slight, but notice how there's almost no holes. And this one is pretty minimal. But you aren't going to fill it up any better than that on vanilla. So, you know, this is pretty clean. I like it. Alright.